Hi all. Pretty here. I had an interesting conversation yesterday with a gentleman, and the person that I was talking to, he said something that stayed with me for the whole day. He said, sometimes I know I should be going one way, but everyone else is going the other way, so I just kind of follow everyone else. And I was a little, you know, I was just silent at that moment. And I think a lot of us have felt that at one time or another. And I could understand, why he felt that way. And I think it's not because we don't know who we are, but I really believe it takes a lot of courage to trust your own inner knowing, especially when it doesn't match what's happening around you and the choices that everyone else is making around you. So I told him, I said, listen, you know what, you're looking at someone who chose a different path. And was it easy? No, it wasn't. But and there were times when I questioned myself. There were times when I felt very alone, and I'm sure many of you can relate to that, especially on this journey. But every time I chose what felt true instead of, what was popular, I gained a little piece of myself back, and it felt really good. And I'm not saying that following your heart's going to guarantee comfort. Most likely you're going to feel uncomfortable, following through on what your heart's telling you because we've been conditioned here to go against it. So naturally, listening to it will feel a little uncomfortable at first. But, it asks for courage. And you can do this. And sometimes you'll walk alone for a while. You will. You may. But here's what I've learned. The moment you start living in alignment, in true alignment with yourself, you begin finding the people who are doing the same. They'll come to you. You'll attract them naturally. And, I just want you to know that you're not alone.